Warning: the content of the video may be offensive, so please not try to be offended. अगर होना है तो हो ही जाओ, बस रिपोर्ट मत करना यार. So hello everyone, I'm Siddesh Ramborse, aka Vasant Gowde, third year student at MIT Academy of Engineering. Recently, Vaishali ma'am told us to make a presentation on any topic which are provided by her, so I chose to make a video on LSTM, that is long short term memory networks. Today we are going to cover the introduction of LSTM, its architecture, what are memory cells, input gates, output gates, forget gates, its applications, and conclusion. So LSTM are a type of recurrent neural network RNN architecture that was specially designed to address the issue of vanishing gradients in traditional RNN. तो आप जैसे गरीबों को RNN क्या है वही नहीं पता तो टेंशन मत लो, मेरे को भी पता नहीं था. So it is a type of neural network architecture that is designed to process sequential data where the order of data points matter. Unlike feed-forward neural networks which process input data in a single pass from input to output, RNN maintain an internal state that allows them to process each input in the sequence in relation to the previous inputs. Coming back to LSTM, it has ability to process sequential data is essential for many applications in artificial intelligence, including natural language processing, speech recognition, and video analysis. LSTM addresses the vanishing gradient problem by introducing a memory cell which is used to store information over long period of time. The memory cell is equipped by a set of gates. These gates are input gates, output gates, and forget gates, which are designed to selectively allow information into and out of memory cell based on the relevance to the current task. So LSTM has proven highly effective in processing sequential data and have achieved results in a wide range of applications. As such, they are an important tool in the field of artificial intelligence and machine learning. The architecture of LSTM is composed of memory cells, input gates, output gates, and forget gates. These components work together to allow the network to selectively store, retrieve, and forget information over time. First one is memory cells. The memory cells are responsible for storing information over time. They allow the network to maintain a form of memory that enables it to make predictions or decisions based on previous inputs. The memory cell is the core of LSTM architecture. The second one is input gate. The input gate is a layer of sigmoid neuron that determines whether the information from the input should be stored in the memory cell or not. The third one is output gate. The output gate is a layer of sigmoid neuron that determines whether the information should be output from the memory cell or not. The output gate is responsible for regulating the amount of information that is sent to the next stage of the network. And the last one is forget gate. The forget gate is a layer of sigmoid neuron that determines which information should be removed from the memory cell. The forget gate is responsible for regulating the amount of information that it discards from the memory cell. So that's about architecture of LSTM. So let's discuss memory cell in detail. As we know that the memory cell is the core of LSTM architecture and is responsible for storing information over time. It also allows the network to maintain a form of memory or context that enables it to make predictions or decisions based on the previous inputs. The memory cell can selectively retain or discard information from being inputs using input gate, output gate, and forget gate. The memory cell is a vector that can be modified using various operations such as arithmetic-wise, multiplication, or addition. The ability of LSTM to selectively store and retrieve information using the memory cell allows it to process sequential data more efficiently than traditional RNN. There are some applications of LSTM. The first one is natural language processing. LSTM has widely used in language translation, text classification, sentiment analysis, and speech recognition. It also uses in time series analysis, computer vision, speech recognition, robotics, music generation, In general, LSTM networks are well suited for tasks that involve pre-processing of sequential data where the order of data point matters and where long-term dependencies between data points are important. So at the last we can say that the LSTM has made lot of changes in the field of deep learning by providing an efficient solution to vanishing gradient problem faced by traditional recurrent neural network. The LSTM architecture has proven to be highly effective in processing sequential data by selecting, storing and retrieving information over time using memory cells. So thank you for not to be attentive. So at last I want to give shout out to Prasad Borse. Sorry, Get Qualified Prasad Borse. Happy birthday Prasad.